What's up guys? Welcome back to another Jurassic World review. Today I'm going to be looking at the Dilophosaurus Growler from the Hasbro Jurassic World line. And I have to say that I'm pretty pumped up because I finally found this figure. It was a nightmare to track down. I went through like 7 different Targets, like 8 different Toys R Us's, and nothing, no luck. And I finally got one and I'm super excited. Because Dilophosaurus is probably my favorite dinosaur from the whole JP universe, probably right behind the T-Rex, neck and neck tie. You know, ever since I saw her take out Dennis Nedry in that first Jurassic Park movie, you know, I was in love. You know, she was. I know it's scientifically inaccurate. I know she didn't really have a frill that pops out, and she really didn't shoot venom. But you know, as a kid watching that shit just sticks with you. And it was awesome, and you know, I finally got this figure, so I'm pretty pumped up. You got your standard Jurassic World packaging right here. In the back you got a picture of the figure. You always have the ferocious fight for survival. It seemed like every single figure I picked up, it always says a ferocious fight for survival, ferocious fight for survival. You know, if it was just me and I was working at Hasbro, I would have suggested the idea of, hey, why don't we just put a quick fact about the dinosaur that you have. Like, for example, Dilophosaurus had a diet that consisted of blah blah blah, etc., etc. You know, that would have made it somewhat educational for the kids to learn about the dinosaurs. That's just me, but whatever. Ferocious fight for survival for the 1000th time. So let's get her out of the box and see what she can do. So here is Dilophosaurus out of her package, and I have to say right up front that this is a pretty sweet looking figure. She looks pretty badass. You got a nice thick tail going down all the way. Just this whole overall sculpt of this thing is pretty amazing. This is probably my favorite Growler from the whole line. She looks pretty cool. The main color is, you got this like grayish blue, her primary color going throughout the majority of her body. You got this like lime green right here, outlined with this brown. The lime green kind of just stops right, not even in the middle of the tail. It would have been cool if it just went all through it, but no big. Her JW tattoo, signature tattoo, is brown. And pretty much the same on the other side. Of course, you got some screw holes right there, but the frill. I wish they would kind of went with a little bit more with the frill, like show a little more of this brown, like going like just more designs. It just kind of falls flat. Just you got this beige, but this brown and this kind of just outline of green. I mean, her frill is supposed to be like very vibrant. I would say, like, I wish they would have went with just the original green color, the original Dilophosaurus color from the first movie. That would have been really cool to have. I know that there's a guy that actually customized his own Dilophosaurus, and it looked pretty sweet. Maybe I'll give him a call, but this is not bad. This is actually, you know, they try to do something a little different. And she's very cool. I like her. You got her eyes painted, nice eyes and mouth. It looks like they kind of got a little lazy with the teeth. They just look like they're just one, not really individual teeth. They're just painted little fangs. But yeah, this is a cool looking figure. The frill is actually held together by these 2 pins right here. You can see it looks kind of weird a little bit. Doesn't look too natural, you know, like. But you know, they got kind of creative, so you gotta give them little points for that, because she easily just flaps her frill like that, which is pretty cool the way you look at it. That's never been done before with a Dilophosaurus. I would have liked there to just be probably have a removable frill like the old Dilophosaurus figures. But this one is pretty cool, you know, like they went with something new. So with this dino, she has 2 different electronic sounds inside built in. That's what I've always liked about this Growler line, is they each have 2 different sets of sounds. So the first one, I'm pretty sure you guys will remember this one from the old JP, the original. That loon that she's playing peekaboo with Dennis Nedry, and he's like, oh, I gotta go. And yeah, I remember that. So that's cool right there. That's a win. That's JP accurate. And the second one is her action feature. When you pull down her tail, she lets out that pissed off, venom spitting, ready to strike So hell yeah, and you even get the spit at the end, so that's awesome. I'll do that again for you guys. So that's really cool. I will say with the sound that you press with the dino damage, this I do. If it was me, I would have went with one of her different sounds from that movie. You know, this one is really accurate and cool. She has a number of loons from that movie that sound way better, and personally I would have went with this one if it was me. Now doesn't that sound much cooler than just but what are you gonna do? We get a JP accurate sound, so that's a win. So we move on to the greatest thing about this figure that I love, that I enjoy the most, is she comes with this projectile, her venom, her spit, and you get to pull it right. You know, she has a hole right there in her mouth that this spring loads in, and I'll demonstrate. You just pop that in to hear that click, and she's ready to go. She spits just like the movie. So all you gotta do is just pull the tail back, and our target is gonna be the box right here. And check it out. That's fucking awesome. Excuse my French, but I love that. Just boosts up everything about this figure. She could actually spit, you know. Come on, that's awesome. That just adds way more to the playability with this figure. So like the younger kids that actually play and use their imagination, they're gonna be shooting their figures with this shit, having a ball, you know. And it actually comes out pretty fast too. I shot my son with it in the, in the stomach, you know, and he actually got pretty pissed off because I guess it hurt. And I shot myself, and yeah, this guy, it packs a punch. So this figure is badass. I love this. This Dilophosaurus is my favorite from the Growler line. And one thing I want to point out, spoiler alert, you guys seen Jurassic World? If you guys saw it, you guys, like me, I was pretty pissed off the way they just showed the Dilophosaurus as a hologram in that movie. I was so waiting for that Dilophosaurus to make its return back. It's been 2 movies she's been absent. She was only there in the first one. I thought for sure I would see a Dilophosaurus in there, not just on hologram. And how cool would it have been to have seen Gray and Zach just stumble upon a herd of Dilophosaurus, like their nest inside the old visitor center, you know, and just have an awesome scene with that shit. That's just a missed opportunity, I think. If I was the director, that would have been me. Well, hey, what are you gonna do? At least we got a hologram. But yeah, I'm a little pissed off that they just didn't really bring in a flesh and blood Dilophosaurus getting down like in the first movie. But that's just me. Sorry for my rant. I mean, Dilophosaurus was like my favorite dinosaur from the first movie, even though she's scientifically inaccurate, like I was saying. She's just awesome. So yeah, sorry for that rant, you guys. But I think that pretty much covers it with this figure, and I will definitely say this is the one to get from the Growler line. I love this figure. She's awesome. She's got tons of playability. She has awesome sounds, and go pick this guy up, you guys. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.